Hare Krishna. The third kind of karma is called akarma, so which is spiritual activity. So by performing spiritual activity, neither we get reactions of good or bad. We get the reactions which is divine. That cannot be called as reaction, but that is this, that counts in our spiritual growth, our reviving of our eternal identity. So that is called akarma, that we will discuss later. So now the karma, whatever we perform, is witnessed by Paramatma, and he keeps account of all our karma. And there are many other divine agents in this universe who also keep account of all our karmas, which is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, like the sun, the planets, the moon, the air around us, the space. So like this, the earth, everything, these all are witnessing our activities. So it is mentioned in Bhagavad Puran. So we cannot think that the actions we are performing is not being watched. It is being watched by the divine personalities, divine agents, which we cannot understand. So the karma is accounted and we get the reactions accordingly. And the period of getting the reaction depends on the intensity of karma. So we may get the reaction immediately, instantly, or we may get after some time, after few years, or even we may get reaction after this life, in the next life. So whatever we are performing karma in various lives, so we are performing varieties of actions from past many lifetimes. So the sum total of all those karmic reactions is called sanchit karma. It is like a big chunk. Just imagine it's like a big chunk. So it is called sanchit karma, which comprises of all the karmas of the past lives. So now from that we get a little portion, some quota which is allotted for this present life, a small quota, a small portion. So that karma which we are getting reactions in this life is called prarabdha karma. The prarabdha karma refers to the reactions which we are suffering or enjoying in this present life. And the remaining karma, if we remove prarabdha karma from the sanchit karma, like sanchit karma minus prarabdha karma is aprarabdha karma, means that is yet to come in the future lives, that is going to come in the next life or the further life. So that's why it is called aprarabdha karma. So now let's discuss about the prarabdha karma. So prarabdha karma is the reactions which we are enjoying or suffering in this life. So as I was mentioning, the period of getting reaction instantly or after some time, it depends on the intensity of the actions. For example, if someone shouts or yells at some other person, so you will get reaction immediately. Instantly you may get beating, or you may get shouting at himself. So this is an instantaneous reaction. And if somebody does overeating of some junk food, so you will get reaction after 1 day or 2 days, you will get stomach ache. And if a boy is studying in a school and he neglects his studies throughout a year, then he will get the result of that neglecting the studies at the end of the year. That is, at the end of the academic year, he will get the results in which he may pass with the poor marks or he may even fail. And if somebody is addicted to drinking alcohol, you will get reaction after several years. After several years, he may find that he has developed the cancer in his liver. And in some cases, the reactions will take time to mature, even after a few lives. Like he has committed action in this life and he will get reaction after 1 or 2 lives later. For example, in Mahabharata, we see Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was born blind, and there is a reason behind this. Once Dhritarashtra goes to a priest and asks, why am I born with this blindness? What ill action I had performed in my previous life? Then the priest informs that in your previous life, when you were a boy, when you were a small child, you used to prick with a pin the eyes of the grasshopper. Then the Dhritarashtra replied, "Oh, you are mentioning that I was a child, so that you should the child doing such a kind of action should be forgiven. Why I am getting such a big punishment?" Then the sage replied, "No." The priest replied, "But you have done like this for many living entities, not only one single grasshopper, but many other. Similarly, you have done for other small insects. So because of that aggregation of all the karma, that you are getting such kind of reaction, that you are blind, born blind in this present life." And also we see he begot 101 children, out of which 100 were sons, and all the 100 sons were died in the Mahabharata battle, in the Kurukshetra battlefield. So this is also the reaction of his past life action. Before 100 lives, Dhritarashtra was a hunter, and he was expert in shooting arrows. He thought, let me show my bravery, and he went to a forest where on the tree bark there was a male bird and a female bird were sitting, and they had 100 eggs. When Dhritarashtra shot the arrow to the nest which was on the branch of the tree, the complete nest fell down. The 100 eggs of the two birds, the male and female bird, were dead in a moment, and they both were crying, and they cursed this Dhritarashtra that you also will suffer this pain of losing your 100 children. So now, to get 100 children, also one has to perform some good karma, some punya karma. So now to get that punya karma, to beget 100 children, he has to spend the 100 lifetimes, 100 janmas. And after 100 janmas, when he had accumulated sufficient karma, punya karma, to get 100 children in his life, so that was the life of Dhritarashtra. Like in the present Kuru dynasty, he was born as Kaurava. So now he got 100 children, and he also got the pain of losing 100 children at a time in the Mahabharata battle. So this is how we see the karma takes time to mature and avoids reaction after it gets matured. Like the time exactly suits to reap our reactions. So the present body is nothing but the resultant of all our past actions. So it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Puran that Karmana Daiva Netrena Janto Deho Papatyaye. So here it is mentioned Karmana Daiva Netrena. Daiva means divine agents of this material universe. Like the demigods, they are called Daiva. So Karmana Daiva Netrena. So Daiva Netrena means demigods are witnessing our actions. Netra means the eyes. So, like this, the demigods are keeping account of all our karma. Karmana daiva netrena. Jantu deha upapatyaye. Jantu means the living entity is referred as Jantu here. So, Jantu deha upapatyaye means accordingly the living entity gets new body based on the karma. When a person dies, the material nature immediately arranges for the next body. But before accepting the next body, so the living entity has to suffer for his vikarma and enjoy for his karma before he takes the next body. So Krishna mentions in Bhagavadgita chapter 9 that Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punne madhyalokam vishanti evam trahi dharmyam anuprapanna gatagatam kama kama labante. So Krishna is mentioning Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam. So when suppose if somebody has performed a pious deeds, a good karma, that is punya karma, so then he will go to the heavenly planets, that is Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, like that, Bhuvarloka. So this is called Bhuloka. So Tetam Bhuktva Swargalokam Vishalam. Swargalokam, he will go to Swargaloka immediately after his death and he will enjoy Bhuktva. Tetam Bhuktva Swargalokam Vishalam. Shide Punne Martya Lokam Vishanti. So as soon as the Punya exhausts, it gets over, he has to immediately come back to this world. Just like he is going for a trip and he had a budget with him, that he has now debited all his budget when he has gone to a trip out of his place and then immediately return back to his original place. So, similarly, the living entity which has accumulated the punya here in this world, so that much amount or that much time it enjoys in the heavenly planet, Swargaloka, and he has to come back immediately. Shine punya martya lokam vishanti. This is called martya loka. It has to come back. Similarly, if he has performed sinful activities, for that he has to go to the hellish planets like Tala, Atala, Patala, Rasatala. So he has to go there and he has to suffer for his sinful actions. And after suffering, he will again come back to this world, Martya Loka, to again start new karma. So like this, the karma is a cycle which is going life after life. Sometimes we see there are some natural disasters, and because of the natural disasters, many lives are lost in the big natural disasters like earthquake or tsunami or floods. So we may feel that, oh, God is so unkind that so many people are losing their lives in these natural disasters. But actually this is called as collective karma. This is referred as collective karma in the Shastras. Collective karma in the sense, though those people who left their bodies in the natural disasters, so those people who lost their lives in such kind of natural disasters, so they all had similar kind of karma. Like Shastras mentioned that slaughtering of especially cows, so it is a very huge sin. So all those people who committed such kind of sins, they are at once given punishment in such kind of natural disasters. So this concept of karma teaches us that every action in our life is counted, and it is not just to make us feel guilty of our bad actions in our past, but rather to think that we have future actions in our hands and we can mold our future actions and we can try to perform the actions in accordance with the scriptures. Hare Krishna.